Does this look good? My thing is, I've been trying to maintain journals like this, this small pages and then writing stuff. For some reason, they don't work for me. And if they don't work for you as well, no matter how cute they look, then this video is for you. Now, I think this is my original idea because I've not looked around if anybody has this. But I think it works for me and I think it will work for you, though it is a little tedious because as compared to this small journal, what we are going to maintain is that you don't have to get a book that is so big. You can get something like this also, that is fine. Now this is journaling, to-do list or diary, all in all. The information, whatever you write, okay? Like for example, you create a to-do list that you have to go to the gym, you have to pick up groceries, you have to do your homework, you have to make a script for the YouTube video, okay, you have to watch the YouTube video. These are actions. But since we are all humans, we do not operate only on actions, we are not machines. We operate on emotions. Take the emotion equation out, then it just becomes mechanical. You look at the to-do list and it gives you anxiety. That should not happen. I know there is a very big satisfaction and Pete McKinnon says that cut that act off. It feels good and it does feel good. But when you look at a list of 5, 6, 7 things that you have to do, then it becomes more monotonous, more like a machine. That is what I feel. When you wake up in the morning, whatever you have to do today, you might be doing 2 masters, you might be doing 2 jobs, having some extra things that you're doing, write it down. So for example, you're doing a course, write it down that I have to dedicate 1 hour to this course because it means so much to me. Because if I do this, I'm gonna achieve this and this. Also, I feel good about it that I'm doing this. Also, I'm a little anxious about the exam that is going to come. And I think it is going to be a little hard, but I'm going to make it. If I put like half an hour today, it is going to be good. You have written whatever was in your mind and there is no set pattern. You can write whatever you feel about a particular action, about a particular thing that you have to do. And then you go on writing like this was just 1 paragraph. So you write 4, 5, how many paragraphs you feel. Maybe you have to go to the hospital to visit someone. Because the thing is, we have so many emotions in us, heartfelt emotions in us, that they need to be addressed. If you write it this, you gain clarity about your life. At the same time, you are actually creating a to-do list. And on top of it, because you have a clarity related to the to-do list now, you can prioritize it. So you can actually write, I need to watch this video or go out for a movie. But to be very honest, I don't feel like it. Maybe because I don't just want to be, another sheep in the crowd that wants to go watch that movie. So maybe I'll skip it or maybe I'll watch it later or maybe I'll do something else. This stuff, this writing about a particular action, okay, putting attention to that action will give you so much clarity of when you want to do it, do you want to do it, how do you want to do it. It will just clear your mind. Ideas will keep coming after you write this 1 page. There are 3 steps. Okay, first is definitely writing. The second one is going to be, a trick for you. You will be like, okay, this is interesting. Third one, you're gonna hate. The first one is definitely writing this entire page. When you write this entire page, now you know what first action you have to take. So let's just say it is 9 o'clock in the morning, you wrote this, and the first action that you have to do is maybe to meditate for 10 minutes. Then you meditate for 10 minutes. Then you come back to this book, come back to this page, and you just read it. Key is reading. You feel like, okay, I've done this, I've achieved this, I've achieved the benefits of this. It is not just marking that this thing is done. It is actually feeling that you did it. You did the act of it and you felt this, or maybe you didn't feel it. Write it. I went to the gym, I didn't feel like working out today. Write it. Now, when you write this 1 extra paragraph, you're documenting what you're doing. Now read it. Read it from the start. Because you have written it in the morning, you already had clarity. Reading it again will give you so much clarity out of it. Putting it down on paper gave you a kind of bandwidth. Everything that was here went to the paper. Now you're just refreshing whatever you wrote. Okay, you are getting yourself cleared, restarted, refreshed on the next act you have to do. And then you read it and you think, okay, now I have to go for 2 hours and study. Now you shut everything down. You go because you know whatever actions that you have to do, even entertainment included, adventure included, we'll do it later on because you have already written and got a clarity on. For this 2 hours, it is just you. And you can just write it, just study. Then you come back, update the paragraph. I know it involves a good amount of writing and it also involves keeping the book with you. And this was the third thing that you were going to hate. The first one is to write a paragraph in the morning, to do this like in it, built in it. The second was to read. The third one is the most ugly one. That is to keep this book with you all day. So if you're going somewhere, keep it in your bag. Being there and the pages being there will give you so much concrete feeling and so much concrete clarity, not only of the task you have to do, but also of the feeling attached to them, of the achievement that is related to them, out of the satisfaction, the vision, the everything related to it. When you write it, right, and when you go through your day with this, thing is, you are getting rid of so much and you're just putting it here and you're just going with it. Okay, you're just going with the flow. At night when you're sick, okay, and you see what you have written and what you have been through, you are actually looking at your journey, not just some task, a journey of the day that you went through, and you also documented your life for that day, your entirety, what you were feeling in the morning. In Islam they say that the state of a believer changes 40 times a day at least. Same way your emotions also change. Like for a particular thing, your emotions might change. Before doing it, you might be happy, you might be motivated. Like for example, I'm taking a lecture and I usually forget. When I teach, I forget the entire world and I teach. So just before doing it, you might be anxious. While doing it, you might have forgotten and you might be feeling excited. When it is done, you might be feeling so good. I usually tell my students that I go to sleep with a smile on my face because of the work that I've done that day. When I have taken a lecture that day, when you write it down, you see the flow of what means to you gone through your day, right? Then next day, you read the previous 2 pages and that gives you, like when you watch a series and they say replay, this has happened yesterday. That gives you so much foundation, roots of why you're doing what you're doing today and why you did something that you did yesterday and the continuity of it. We are searching for clarity. We are searching for answers. It will give you answers. It will give you clarity on what you're doing, because when we say, you're in a ship and you have to set the direction, you have to set the sail of it. Now, you cannot change everything like in a day, but you can change the direction of where do you steer the ship. This is basically changing the steering, because you become so conscious that whatever you're doing, you are so aware of, and your emotions, that you might write, I don't want to do this particular thing and I'm discontinuing it because it does not serve the purpose of my vision or my direction of what I feel, and it does not make me feel good. That clarity itself. So do give it a try and just let me know how it went. Okay, thank you.